The fact that everything is so delayed, we don't know that. The only thing we have to tell us is that cutting red light. And then sometime thereafter, there may be this appearance. And it appears like it's working. So, just by magic. There you go. I think we
there
came
we
right
are.
there. So I don't know, what is it, about 30 seconds? Something like that.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
It's a funny old thing. It's a bit of a delay, but, it's one of those days where you don't really want to get going today. It's grey.
Grey
You just want to
dark,
stay
and you think
in
it's
bye-byes
you
and
think it's
snore.
much earlier than it is. You're thinking, oh, it's only got to be like 6 o'clock because it's
I just got that old nursery rhyme stuck in my head now.
which is
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He banged his head on the back of the bed and couldn't get up in the morning.
okay.
You remember that?
I do. I also know a perverted version.
Oh,
but
no,
that's okay.
not the poppy version. No. This is a late morning show. We can't. We're the wrong side of the 9 o'clock watershed. I think that's it.
Yes.
Good morning, Gilda.
Good
Thank
morning.
you so much for joining
look,
us.
I've got
I see people are joining
Jessica,
us now.
Savannah, Tracy, Jen, Anita. I got a whole bunch of people already.
All these people need to go and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Because it's
They
Tarot
do.
Talk Tuesday.
It is Tarot Talk Tuesday. It is. Good morning, Erin. Good morning, Wendy. Wendy's so appreciative. She always says thank you.
And Nasha. Oh.
So look at that. Look at that. Well, and there you go. It's 11 o'clock. So,
11 o'clock.
So we can
welcome
officially
to the late
say,
morning show.
Welcome indeed to Elevensies. Elevensies, the late morning show with Lisa and Anton. I'm Anton.
I'm Lisa.
And this is Skittle.
Skittle joins us almost every day.
So
Unless
it
it's
seems.
Raja. Or Charlotte.
Raja's not that little.
No, Raja's quite big.
Doesn't really fit comfortably in the arm.
Skittle
Raja.
is little.
Yes, but
Even though she's like, I don't
insane.
know, 10 or 12 years old now.
So Tarot Talk Tuesday, we just worked it out. What are we up to? We've done this will be our 17th card.
So that's 17 weeks.
Ooh, we've been doing this a little while now. So yes, thank you if you've been joining us on the morning. So what have we got? What did we pull today?
The three
The Three of
Wands.
Wands. The Three of Wands. I probably should have brought up another camera so we can say that. And I'll hold it. I'll be the pack horse. Carry on.
Oh, you'd like me to go first? All right.
Of course, ladies.
So,
first.
I'm going to say that the best way to learn the tarot, right? I mean, we could read the tarot by just looking at it. We can read it intuitively.
Well, yeah.
We can say, there's a guy on a hill. There's 3 ships in the water. He's holding one staff. The other 2 aren't being held. He's dressed in red, blah, blah, blah. This is the card of inheritance.
How do you work? This is the card of inheritance from that.
Okay. His ships are coming in. He's inheriting the longevity of the journey.
I see where you're going with that now.
But I would say to truly delve into the cards and understand the depth of their meaning, we should look for other clues. For instance, this card is the 3.
It's a 3, yes.
When you look at the wands, there are 3 staves.
There are.
Did you ever count the leaf clusters on each staff? There are 3 clusters on each staff.
So we've got 3,
And
3.
each cluster has 3 leaves in it.
Do you think they're trying to make a point about 3?
Mercury rules Gemini. Gemini is the 3rd sign in the zodiac. He is holding the 3rd wand with an arm dressed in blue. And blue is the color of Mercury. So he is trying to communicate with the 3 ships that are coming in. Mercury also rules commerce, short distance travel. There's layers and layers and layers of information for you to glean from this card and from every other card there. Now, I did say him, but we can't tell by his outfit whether he's a guy or a girl. His hair is short, but he's wearing a dress, so.
That could be robes. Robes.
He's got a blanket of wealth that you'll see on the 6 of Wands over the horse, right? He's got a wreath on his head, so he must have some sort of accomplishment because he's been crowned. There's so many things, and red is the color of passion and drive and respect. And again, he's standing on a hill watching his commerce come. So in a reading, I see this card as meaning wealth, inheritance, but it's through the success of clearly communicating and driving that wealth, or being the respected child who inherits, right? Or being the smart leader, right? Who knows how to speak.
Smart leader.
All right. Hi, Tracy. Aw, Skittle. She does love me sometimes, but now she's...
No, I see now.
She's a Cancerian. She's a bit of a moody turd.
So there's you know how Lisa just really dug into some of the details on the card, and we will say this much: when Pamela painted these, she painted them life size. So some of the details may well have been slightly obfuscated as they've been shrunken, but there is nothing on the card that is there by accident.
Right.
Everything is absolutely deliberate. And so it does help if you really want to get a grip on the tarot. Get one of these, the Giant, right away. You know, it's an excellent learning aid because you've got bigger pictures there. You know, you can't really have them too big because you really need to spend some time looking.
So you can count things and look into detail and the land and the sky and the sea.
There's nothing there by accident. Nothing there by accident. And it's really interesting that one of the things that he has draped across him like a sash has got a checkered background to it.
Yeah, what's that about?
Well, I don't know if you ever noticed, or maybe you've not, but if you've been privileged enough to wander into a magical lodge or indeed a Masonic lodge, perhaps, you'll notice that the floor is checkered.
Mosaic. Yeah.
And this is what they mean by being on the square, because you've got black and white squares. And that is kind of interesting. It sort of represents the square and compass kind of thing.
Well, let's look at his feet.
Yeah, what kind of ways his feet are stood there?
A 90-degree angle. Oh my!
Gosh, maybe there's and if you pull another 3 out as well, and maybe go to the 3 of
But you know what's interesting about a 90-degree angle?
Yes.
30, 60, 90 is the degree of Gemini.
Oh, look
Right?
at that there.
La 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 la.
Oh, look at that one, because it's the 3rd one. Threes feature strongly in this card.
It's a 3.
We've got 3 ships, we've got 3 staffs, we've got 3 sets of clusters with 3 leaves on each. Yeah, hang on a minute. It's starting, you know, and we could probably dig closer and go more and more into it.
We could spend.
There are 3 peaks on the mountains in the back there. Yeah. You know, when you start 3 ships, obviously, when you start digging a little bit, there's much there. So yeah, the whole connection, communication, I saw your book at Barnes and Noble, almost bought it, and then I thought maybe I should support the store. I'm not a massive operation, so I'll be in soon this week. Not hitting deer. Oh yes, please don't hit deer. I'm so sorry about that, Aaron. That's a bit of a bugger.
Yes, Aaron, we appreciate that very much. If you buy it from us, we make $8. If you buy it anywhere else, we make $1.
Yeah,
so
a whole dollar, which we'll spend very wisely.
Marianne Smith says, I have a regular deck. Never knew all that was on until I read the book detailing each card. Couldn't see the detail. Oh.
Get a bigger deck. Definitely get a bigger deck.
Good morning, Karen. Thanks for visiting us yesterday.
So yeah, the whole and the connection across the 3s there. If we pulled out, I mean, we obviously can't do it now, but if we looked at the 3 of Pentacles, for example, there's a strong Masonic connection in that as well. So yeah, the whole sort of commerce. But there's also, we said about good leadership, or Lisa said about good leadership. And one of the things I got taught at a tender age as a young officer is the moment that you get involved, you've lost control. You need sometimes to have distance, because distance gives you the perspective you need to be able to see the whole picture. And this person is very much in an elevated position, observing all that is going on, the movement of the vessels on the water. You know, he's got a strategic position. He's not gotten embroiled in the minutiae of the task and therefore lost his objective. So sometimes when this comes up, depending on where you're going in the reading, this can be an indication to take a step back, to gain the perspective needed to really
change your vantage point.
Yeah, change
You'll
your
see
vantage
something
point.
else.
Get up higher, climb a hill, and that could be climb a hill, physically, mentally, spiritually. Maybe you need to get to the higher ground to be able to see your way clear of this situation and not come down to somebody else's level on it. So this is a very we could go on for hours, literally just on this one card. The layered meaning in there, it's ridiculous and it's beautiful. It's a very positive card. You've got that strong yellow, willpower, if you will.
Well, what's the third chakra?
Oh, would that be
solar plexus? What color is that?
Oh, would that be yellow? Would that also be about willpower and asserting yourself and etc. and command and control and mastery of a situation and an elevated perspective and yes. And that just in one card, just in one card, and we haven't even started to dig into the tree of life, the Kabbalah association. So you could go forever on this.
Yeah,
the tarot is an amazing subject. It really is. Even if you never do a reading with them, even if you only get them for personal spiritual development, it is a fantastic tool. It really is. We think it's fantastic. So. Yeah, and it's interesting that all the ships are moving in the same direction here. This isn't one of these where you're like on the two pentacles where we see the ships are facing in opposite directions. These guys are actually headed in the same way.
Yeah.
So we've got some more cohesive energy here. And it's like threes are fantastic when you think about it. I'm sorry, I have to do some finger symbols because one by itself, nothing, It has within it the potentiality to be absolutely everything, but it can't be anything because there is no frame of reference except itself. So you can't say it's hot because you haven't got cold. You can't say it's dry because you haven't got wet.
You can't say it's dark because you haven't got light.
Exactly.
Or vice versa.
So to have that, to make
comparison,
we have to have an opposition. Oh, oppositions suck. They hurt. Ow. We oppose each other so much. But the resolution of opposition, that magical triangle, that three, that's where it all happens. And the three is being hammered home big style in this card. I mean, there's not. She's not disguising it in any way.
No.
It's if you can't pick up the number 3 off this card, you're struggling somewhere. You need to work on your A1,
a
2,
a 3. But there really is many different ways you can approach the tarot. You can approach it intuitively, completely. You can approach it logically, investigatively, historically. There's all different paths, no pun intended, that you could take to approach the tarot, and then blend the information, and you'll be a fantastic reader.
Yeah, if you take all of that and you meld it all together, then the whole becomes considerably greater than the sum of its parts.
Sean says, engage in the process. Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Engaging in the process. Because it is a journey.
It is.
That
it describes a journey.
I've been reading the tarot for about 33 years professionally.
Yeah,
and I still learn something every time I read. It's a never-ending, joyful experience to consult the tarot. It's a brilliant esoteric tool.
It is.
Brilliant tool.
It is a fabulous tool. And we're so privileged to have had the gift
of this deck. Yeah,
to have Pixie, Pamela Coleman-Smith, do that. She was the first person really to go to town on the minor arcana. In a lot of other decks prior to that, you would have just seen like pip cards and stuff. A 3.
In fact, US Games has come out with the playing card rider weight, where the minor arcana are like a deck of cards. I have no idea how you play cards with the majors, but we'll see what happens.
We should open one and have a laugh with it. We should bring one. Maybe next Tarot Talk Tuesday, because they came in yesterday. It's brand new, isn't it?
If there's any left.
Yeah, there is that small point. Yeah. We tend to do a box opening, and people go, "I want one of them," and so they don't last very, very long. Yes. So that's it. Any questions, queries, comments, or complaints, please jot them down on the back of a $20 note and mail it into us.
Are you going to pick our card for a reading for today?
I think Skittle should do that.
Skittle is all snugged up, sleeping now, getting her head rubbed.
All right. Well, you don't have a free hand?
All right, I will. She's purring and purring.
Pick in there somewhere. What we got?
Oh.
5 of Swords. So this is an interesting card, and I will keep it to the reading today. This can be read positive or negative. I'm going to say just keep your wits about you, and if somebody's trying to pull one over you today, it's only going to be a hollow victory. So, try not to allow your spirits to be crushed. Do not capitulate. Try and remain true to task here, even though it is difficult sometimes. What would be your reading today?
I imagine people are going to try to push your buttons. We know that Mercury's direct today, but we're not out of the shadow, right? And 5's our struggle. So I'm going to say that looking at this card and thinking about today, people are going to push your buttons. It might be time to disarm them, right? Even if it only lasts a little while, because this card is also known as the card of a hollow victory. You maybe not be able to change them, but you don't have to allow them to harm you.
Yes. It is not necessary to set yourself on fire to keep somebody else warm. Hold true your own value.
Your highest ideas.
Keep pure your highest ideas.
Let not stop you nor turn you aside.
Yes, indeed. Don't capitulate.
Sean says boundaries with the crazy. Oh, yeah.
This is just my life today. Oh, my God, it's been crap since I woke up. Well, it doesn't have to be that way.
No, don't let them push your buttons. Disarm
don't let
them.
them push your buttons,
Disarm.
It can be frustrating, but take the wisdom of what we've just looked at.
And the wisdom of Thoughtful Thursday, and just send the poop heads love.
Yeah. And get to a higher... You won't resolve anything. Conflict resolution isn't coming down to somebody's argument level, and getting embroiled there. It's very much about getting the higher ground, morally, spiritually, mentally.
I'm so tired today. I might need more caffeine.
No, not an over-caffeinated bunny. Danger. Actually, I could do with another coffee. We should probably have more coffee.
Let's have another cup of coffee.
Yay!
Let's have another piece of pie. We didn't have any pie.
We don't have any pie.
We don't have any pie.
I don't want pie.
All right, so we're not at the shop today.
No, we got a ton.
Obviously, we're going to the post office.
Oh, yeah, I've got a ton of stuff to get out.
Yep.
So
breathe first and then respond. Or not, exactly. And whatever you do, don't just react.
Respond, don't react.
Yep.
And sometimes the smartest response is nothing.
It's just to live well.
It is. What do they say? Discretion is the better part of valor. Sometimes you just don't need to engage. You don't need to engage. It takes 2 people to have an argument, and if you steadfastly refuse to get drawn into that argument will not happen.
Can't happen if you don't participate.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're off to do some admin, post office
we are.
stuff. And,
Yes.
Hoop, hoop, hoop.
And woot, woot, woot.
Have a wonderful Tuesday.
It is. It's not so bad. Even
It's
though
a
it's
Mars
raining,
day.
it's good for the ground. We need a bit of moisture, So we just get other stuff done. We've got a ton of stuff we need to get done. You don't always have to be working outside. Sometimes you have to.
Yes,
come inside.
I have to write the tarotscopes for next month.
Oh my gosh,
It's
where
that
did
time
it go?
already.
Where did June go?
There's some really rocky stuff the beginning of July. Woohoo!
Yeah, well, this I don't know. It's just there's a little bit of a disturbance in the force I sense at a zeitgeist level. I think that's probably the best way I would describe that. So yeah.
All right. Well, off we go.
Off we go
to master this wonderful day.
Off to the races. So thank you for watching us.
And we'll see you upon the morrow for Elevensies.
Yes, and do please like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends about us. We want to be less of a well-kept secret. All right? Thank you.